Hi, everybody.
We have 1 minute to go.
Who's in the sanctuary is, Ernestina.
Hi.
And Rachel?
Reverend Ernestina, Rachel, Christy, Aaron, and Reverend David's back here in our corner back here.
Okay.
You guys want to take note on that for anyone who's given messages? All right. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Welcome to United Fellowship Chapel. Let's have a few words. Mother, Father, God, we give thanks for your presence here today. We ask for your angelic intelligence and your resilience to circulate through each and every one. We ask for your limitless light of armor to be established in and around and through this building and on Zoom, and that only the highest and best will occur through our thoughts, words, and actions. And through those thoughts, words, and actions will direct us to a greater knowledge of our own self. So when we meet those on our passage, we have a greater knowledge of them. We give thanks for this day. Amen.
Amen.
I'm going to add someone in here. Give me just a second. Kim and Andrea are coming in. Okay. So now we'll read our invocation out loud for all on Zoom. If you just mute your speakers there for a minute. All knowing, which art within us, hallowed be I am. Ignite our understanding that we are eternal spiritual beings with the power to create happiness, health, and wealth in our lives. Ignite our understanding that our choices belong to us and are the seeds that create our lives. Ignite forgiveness of self as we ignite forgiveness of others. We give thanks for the power and the glory of I am in all. Amen. So if you just take a moment and breathe in all that we just said, let's just take a moment in silence. And now we'll read our affirmation out loud with vigor and excitement. I am that I am, the light of the living God, and therefore I am free and all-knowing. Ignite my soul, spirit, O God, I pray. So now if you look on the right-hand side of the program, we have all of our classes and events that are going on. We continuously keep on, thank goodness for Zoom. We've got many things happening and we still keep within the 10 people in our chapel. So we've got coming up here, we've got Saturday, June 28th, Rachel's full moon cacao ceremony, and it will be the wolf moon this time. That's at 6 p.m. and it's here at the chapel. Saturday, February 6th, we'll be doing, this is 12 o'clock. We do this World Healing and Message Circle every first Saturday of the month. Come join us in that and help heal our world. Saturday, February 13th, 20th, and 27th, we'll be doing past life regression certifications again. And you can join or sign up here at the chapel or give us a call and let us know that you're going to be joining us. And March 10th, we're doing our new metaphysical principles course, and that will be Wednesday at 1:30. Again, give us a call or sign up here at the chapel and let us know that you are interested. Okay, so now's the time for our healing meditation, and it'll be done by Reverend Tanya Dawson.
Thank you, Reverend Angie. Make yourselves comfortable. In today's meditation, I ask you to go to your favorite place, to your center, whether it be on a beach with lapping waves, a healing pool, a healing pond, a sunlit mountain cabin, taking in the stars, or another favorite. Breathe in deeply and relax. Relax and settle into your center, deep into the center of your being. With your mind's eye, look just above the horizon of your inner vision as you invite the divine presence to surround and infill you with loving and infinite protection, to ignite, grow, and build your faith, and allow God's healing light energy to move through and around you. Breathe in, breathe out, and relax. Allow the divine within to calm all thought and emotion. Recognize, here in your center, recognize the nature and connection between thought, emotion, and body. As the light of your crystal clear clarity brings into focus any blocks, thoughts, emotions, words, actions, doubts, or fears, any blocks ready to be released, to make way and to allow for your highest good, for divine healing. Breathe in calm, breathe out and release. Release. Here in your center, suspend all judgment. Gently release all cares, concerns, tension, preoccupation, and doubt, and allow healing in heart, mind, body, spirit. Notice the ease with which these thoughts, emotions, words, and intention of actions leave you, how they dissipate into the ethers of your kind, loving, beautiful universe. You know they have dissipated, and your faith builds. Visualize these in all distant ease, leaving you, that which is no longer wanted or applicable in your life, from every aspect of your life and being, including mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual, your past, present, future. You're everywhere. Allow forgiveness of your beautiful self. Allow healing. Allow the certainty of this living, loving, divine healing to move through and around you, to disentangle and lift away threads and connections to all you now release. This glowing, healing light, beautiful healing light energy surrounds you, lifting from you all dis-ease, any and all which are unlike faith, and feel the healing balm of relief as outer concerns fall away. Replace and heal. Only the highest and best replaces that which you have released. Here in your center, accept divine healing. Accept your divine birthright of perfect health now. Breathe in, ignite, allow, and accept. Feel your innate confidence growing, your certainty, knowing, and faith. You easily ignite and activate your center of faith, your pineal gland, the beautiful power center located above your ears, adjacent to your eyes, and in the center of your brain. Breathe in faith. Confidence and knowing effortlessly grow within you as you allow the divine light of healing to wash over your beautiful feet, which have stood for you, walked with you, and rested with you. Now, with your mind's eye, allow the healing of your ankles. Dwell in this loving, peaceful energy where you may. Calves, shins, hips. Relax in perfect faith, accepting God's healing as it continues from the base of your spine and up your spine, settling in your shoulders. you have released those responsibilities that do not belong to you. Feel your shoulders relax with a knowing rooted in faith. You confidently and effortlessly carry out your responsibilities for the highest and best of all concerned. Now, sense the healing energy as it moves down your arms and into your hands. Imagine your tingling hands directing this healing light, this loving energy into your lower abdomen and upper abdomen. You are so very grateful for and confident in God's grace and perfect healing. Nourishing healing light flows freely and deliberately through the pathways of every bodily system. Feel the awakening of your every cell as your attention moves to the healing within your chest, with each beat of your beautiful, compassionate heart and the rhythm of your breath. Sense the glowing, healing light now move gently into your throat. Through and around your neck, jaws, softening your eyes, forehead, the entirety of your happy face, and through and around your head. So that this peaceful, loving, and healing energy is active within and throughout your entire being, from the tips of your toes, up and through to the crown of your head and beyond. Here in your every center, your confidence, certainty, and knowing, your faith in divine order grows. And you accept divine healing pervades your entire being, from the cellular to the etheric. You are recalibrated, refreshed, and renewed. As above, so below, transcending all outward seeming barrier of border, geography, ideology, and time, and in renewed and reinvigorated faith, you easily and effortlessly direct and channel this healing energy to fill the space you're in. Surround the city, country, and world, extending your prayers, affirmations, visualizations, and love to those who have made their transitions, those in need of healing, hospitals and institutions, world and local leaders around the universe and within. You are anchored in your growing faith in divine order. Very gently, return your focus to your here and now, bringing with you the awareness of your healing, faith, and knowing, and extend this to others you need as you move forward on your life's path today and the days to come. Amen. And welcome back.
Thank you, Reverend Tanya. Beautiful meditation. So now's the time our speaker, Reverend Marsha, is going to be speaking today. And I can't wait to hear what she has to say. She's been with us for a great amount of time and is very in knowing of our practice. Reverend Marsha.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. And thank you, Reverend Angie. And thank you so much, Reverend Tanya, for that beautiful meditation. That felt wonderful. So the topic for the month is foundation. And the emphasis for this week is faith. And I know someone who was recently looking for a house to buy in a small town. And most of the homes for sale were older, built mostly in the 60s. So buying one of the older homes meant also considering the cost of renovating in addition to the purchase price. And then there was this one home that was listed for sale that looked like a total miracle. The price was similar to the older homes, but this one was only a few years old. It had high ceilings and spacious rooms, beautiful granite countertops, and tile floors. It seemed to be perfection, ready to move in. And yet, when looking more closely, it also had large cracks in the walls and evidence of water damage throughout the entire home. The problem? The home was built without a solid, good foundation. That initial part of building a home, the foundation, takes planning and preparation and patience in order to be strong enough to support the weight of all that's going to be built on top of it. The same can be said about ourselves. What kind of foundation have you built within? How does that foundation serve your goals of happiness, health, and wealth? And how does faith tie into the building of a strong foundation? I remember at times being asked, what is your faith? And I would respond with what my religion of birth was. And if someone would say, have faith in me, then I would define faith as trust. If you look at what the dictionary says, faith, according to one definition in the dictionary, is a belief in the truth of someone or something. So how do we develop faith if it's trust and truth and believing? In order to really trust, doesn't it help to have a knowing inside of ourselves that what we're placing our faith in makes sense? So it makes sense that faith is really something that we know deeply inside. Faith is our inner knowing. I think it's also important to point out that at one time, people had faith that the earth was flat. It was common belief that if you ventured out too far, you would fall off the edge of the earth. I think it's important to have faith to know that our inner knowing is always evolving and changing as we're evolving and changing. So what is it that we know? What is it that we know right now without a doubt is true? I know that when I go outside in the morning that the sun is there. It doesn't matter if it's cloudy or if it's rainy. I know that even if I can't see it, the sun is there. I know this. I have full faith that this is true. I also know that if I plant a watermelon seed in the ground and I water it and nurture it and it sprouts and grows, I know that I'm growing watermelon. I'm not growing tomatoes from a watermelon seed. I'm not going to get tulips or roses from a watermelon seed. I'm going to get watermelon. I don't need any further proof. I just know I have faith in this. I trust it and I believe it. I also know that on the day I plant that watermelon seed, I don't get to enjoy eating watermelon. If I gave the seed a good foundation to be planted in, I still have to wait for the seed to germinate and come through the ground. Then I have to wait for the plant to start to form and to grow taller and stronger. And then the plant needs to flower. When the flower falls off, the fruit begins to form. And after the proper amount of time, the fruit will ripen enough to pick the melon and enjoy the fruits of that initial seed planting. And think of how many melons grow on that one plant from that one seed, and how many new seeds are in each of those melons. From that one seed comes a pretty incredible creation. And if we keep in mind that this same principle applies to us and the way we create our lives, we can actually begin to make sense out of how our experiences are really formed. I know, I have faith that I'm the one who's fully responsible for what I decide to plant for myself in life. If I plant happiness and nurture it, I'll reap happiness. If I plant sadness and nurture it, I'll reap sadness. It makes a lot of sense to me, and it seems really simple, doesn't it? If happiness is where your focus is, then that's all you should be reaping, right? You should be seeing nothing but happiness in life. Well, actually, my life is pretty great, but believe me, I get my share of ups and downs just like everyone does. And the past year has presented a whole different set of challenges I've been learning to adjust to. When times are tough, I keep reminding myself to just keep on planting the good stuff. I know that I've planted a wide variety of experiences in my life, some really great, and some I would just as soon not think about. So even though I know that while I'm planting happy, healthy thoughts, there could be that self-doubt or anger or guilt that I planted a long time ago and nurtured that all of a sudden might sprout its ugly head and create havoc in my life. The very special thing about knowing these principles of cause and effect, planting and reaping, is that I know, I have faith that when things are the toughest, that's the time to really focus on the opposite. It may seem like it's upside down and backwards to say, I love feeling healthy, when at the time I'm feeling pretty much the opposite of that, but that's actually a powerful key to change. As I've examined what the mind power of faith means to me, I've realized that it's faith in oneself that's the most important. You're the one who picks yourself up when you fall. You're the one who thinks in your mind. If you wait around for someone else to come along and create your happiness, you're going to get really good at waiting. I had a friend ask me one time how long I would keep doing all this positive stuff, even if it didn't seem to be working. And I told him that I'm going to keep doing it forever. I'll keep planting seeds of happiness, health, and wealth in my life because I know that the natural principle of cause and effect is always at work. I know, I have faith that I'll reap what I sow. Why would I intentionally plant the opposite of what I want? I'm also aware that I've planted experiences that were not happy, were not healthy, and were not wealthy at many different times in my life. I've only been aware of my own inner power, my own spirituality for relatively few years now. And I'm definitely more than just a few years old. So I have quite a conglomeration of experiences that I've nurtured at other times in my life. And I understand that sometimes I'm going to have challenging times along with the good ones. But I have a very strong knowing within me that I always have choice as to how to react to those tough times. And knowing this, why would I knowingly choose to replant negativity in my life? That just does not make any sense to me anymore. My friend asked me, well, would you continue to be positive even if your life was negative all the way to the end of it? Well, yeah, I would. I'm going to continue to move forward doing the best I can to choose my thoughts, words, and actions with as much love, compassion, peace, and harmony as I can. And I know that I do get immediate results because it just feels better to choose in a happy, healthy, and wealthy way. And even if I were to have unhappy experiences or experiences of lack or times of ill health, I still know that I'm planting for the future, for this life and for future lives. There is no end to me. There is no end to you. It doesn't matter what age you are. Every person can create change for themselves, change for happiness, health, and wealth, or create the opposite. It's up to each person as to what they choose to do in response to life's experiences. What my faith has taught me is that it's always possible to learn more. It's always possible to think beyond anything that's been thought before. You have infinite knowledge within you. All you need to do is continually work with knowing yourself better, which in turn can help you to better know and understand others, which in turn can help your life to flow with a little bit more ease. The poet Rumi said, "Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I am changing myself." One of the things I have faith in is change is constant. We are always changing. You're either getting better at what you've always done, or you're getting better at doing something differently. What I've realized for myself personally this week is that I've slowly changed over time with regard to a regular meditation practice. I had a doctor's appointment, and when my blood pressure was checked, it was higher than usual. I got upset about it for a while, and then I examined what my actions had been lately. So I decided to make a change. I sat in a comfortable chair, listened to meditation music, focused on my breathing, and then spent some time reading an inspirational book that I had put off reading. I checked my blood pressure afterwards, and it was incredibly so much lower. I realized that slowly over time, I had given up some of the spiritual practice of meditation that's so healthy for me. That regular practice of morning meditation sets a tone for the rest of my day. Giving it up set a different tone. Will I follow up with my doctor? Of course I will. At the same time, I realize that my spiritual practice daily is just as important for my well-being as brushing my teeth or taking a shower. I wouldn't even think to stop those practices. Why would I stop my meditation practice? To repeat the Rumi poet once more. Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I am changing myself. I have faith that taking time to work on your own personal thoughts, words, and actions with intention and awareness is the way to create happiness, health, and wealth in life. If each person focused on creating peace within self, the world would naturally become more peaceful. What I encourage you to do is to examine where your faith is. Where do you focus your inner knowing? Is it creating health, wealth, and happiness in your life? Is there some word, some thought, some action you can change to move in a more positive direction? Your life is yours to create, moment by moment, thought by thought, word by word, action by action. Be aware, have the faith, the inner knowing that you have, that you are the divine power that creates happiness, health, and wealth in your life. Have the faith and the awareness of how you're creating you every single day. God bless you all.
Thank you, Reverend Marsha. There we are. Thank you, Reverend Marsha. I don't know if you could hear me or not. So now's the time we'll do our love offering for our chapel service here. And for those on Zoom, if you'd like to give a love offering, you can go to unitedfellowshipchapel.org and donate there. So we'll place our love and tithe in our hands and give it a blessing before we do. Mother, Father God, as we place between our hands that which you have ignited, we give to the source that what you have given to put into effect the law of tenfold return to those who give freely and from the heart. Amen. We put the love offering bag in the middle of the room so everyone can have their moment to tithe. Okay, so now's the time our mediums will give messages. Today we have 14 mediums. Woo! So some will be doing 2 messages and some will be doing 1. Our first medium will be Christy. You come on up. 1, 2. I'm going to tell you up here. Sorry, talking. I want to yell it out. 2, please.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
William, may I come to you?
Yes. Speaker. The speaker, David. So they can all hear on Zoom.
Oh.
Yes, you may come to me.
Okay, thank you. I think
Hold
you need
it,
to hold it.
please.
You want me to hold it?
Yep.
Okay. Yes, you can come to me.
Okay, good. So William, as I come into your presence today, I am aware that there is a light, a radiant light within you, and that is the infinite being, that is the real you. And all of the outside, all of the belief system that you operate with in the world on the earth is secondary to that light. And that light is what asks you to pay attention to it. And just know that it will always give you the truth and will always be exactly what you need. So everything else can fall away, and that will always be there and will lead you on. Just listen, let it shine, and I leave that with you.
Thank you.
Didn't we have Ed?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
I am me. Ah, okay. Thank you, Ed. I will come to you if that's good for you. So I am me. And Ed, what comes very clearly are 3 words when I come into your presence. Who are you? And it is very clear that Ed is here this time to bring the real persona, the real essence. And Ed can work on challenges. Ed can work from old beliefs. But what really matters for Ed is that he turns himself over to that which exists always in the past and in the future. And the rest is just there to perform. So again, who are you? That that is your task, to really pay attention and not be misled in thinking that the outer is who you are. And I leave that with you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Christy. Our next medium will be Rachel.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Kim Rezek, may I come to you?
Yes, please.
As I come to you, I see a star, and I see you following this star. When the night comes and it seems dark around you, remember that that star is there to guide you. It's unwavering in its light. It's unwavering in its movement. And it points you in the right direction. Trust that this is there for you. And it's always there for you, even in the darkest night. This star is within you. It's within your heart. And it's your trust. It's your faith. It's your guide. And it is you. And I leave that with you.
Thank you.
Jackie, may I come to you?
Yes, please.
There's a call to rest. Integration and action are patterns. It's a give and take, a push and pull. In this time, you're invited to rest and receive the information that has come to you. The time for action will come. Have patience and just receive right now. And I leave that with you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rachel. Our next medium will be Erin.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Ernestina.
Yes, welcome. Yes, welcome.
Ernestina, what I get when I come to you is you know, the morning sunrise where the sun's not quite up yet, and it's real, like, the air, you can smell the dew in the air and stuff, you know, there's just a little bit of clouds and the light's coming up, and it's just that beautiful zen of that quiet and that rising of the day and that morning when it's going to come. That's what I'm getting when I kind of tap into you. So that tells me that two things. One, take those moments and soak them in, that quiet, and that when you have that little spark of take it, and that, because that energy there is good, you know, and it drives you through the day. But it also tells me that there's more coming. There's a full day. There's work to, you know, to be done. And I leave that with you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Erin. Our next medium will be Reverend Ernestina. Reverend Michael, may I come to you?
Yes, please.
As I come into your presence today, Reverend Michael, I get the word and the letters J-O-Y for joy.
And as I see that joy, I'm being asked to tell you that because we all know, and I get this sense that you are very much really love to hear music. I think you mentioned that once or whatever, but I know that you have that within you. So just spending more time, whether you are even paying attention to it or not, just having music around you, because that vibration and the music and the beat to all that will actually help keep you up and moving in a very positive and very loving nature. And I leave that with you. Lots of joy. You're welcome. Aaron, may I come to you? As I come into your presence today, Aaron, what I see is you are a very busy person. You're always constantly moving and doing and working with your hands. And of course, with your mind also, you've got a lot of mental work that's constantly going. And the message I'm getting is, because I can see you just constantly going and going, is in your very busy day and time, please, is what I'm being told, take the time to just, even if it's just 1 minute, to breathe in that wonderful peacefulness that you actually carry within you at all times. Because in spite of your constant moving and going, people around you can sense that and feel it and know that you are so peaceful, and you leave that with them. But at the same time, I'm being asked that you also take time to appreciate that and soak that part of it within you at all times. And I leave that with you. God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Ernestina. Our next medium will be Anium. Would you give one, please? You're muted. Anium, you're muted.
Roberta, may I come to you?
Yes, thank you.
The first thing when I come to you is I see this lioness that is made of light. I see her reflection. And there is an extension of her that keeps moving. She's looking through a window and is observing outside, trying to find where to help. And as soon as she decides for a specific, like there are so many different options. So there is this energy of you that is very powerful, you know, like a lion, but also very loving and very protective. And I see you looking out a window, looking for an area, either an area of expertise or an area where you really want to help more. And as soon as you choose what that area is going to be, that whole energy that right now is like you're almost containing it. You know, like you're guarding it, you're focusing it, but once you find that particular area, it's just going to expand and flourish, and it's very powerful. Very stable, very powerful, and very focused, very direct. And I leave that way.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Anium. Our next medium will be Jennifer. Jennifer, will you give one, please? You're muted.
Thank you so much. Reverend Marsha, may I come to you?
Yes, please do.
Reverend Marsha, in your talk today, you talked about seeds and growing plants. And I see this deep, rich soil around you is dancing all of these seeds, some planted, some waiting to be planted. But you are standing in the middle of a patch of earth that is filled with vitality and divine life and power that is just ready to give that powerful energy to all the seeds you plant. And knowing that you are minding your mind and you are putting the positive energy into every seed you plant, the benefits will be positive and invigorating and a beautiful unfoldment for your ideas behind those seeds. And I leave you with that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jennifer. Our next medium will be Sabine. Will you give one, please?
Okay. Well, Glenn, may I come to you?
Yes, please do.
Okay. Glenn, I see fields, a lot of fields and a lot of crops that were planted and trees that need to be harvested. It's beautiful blue skies. There's a young woman, young girl asking you to come outside. And she's carrying this big basket of fruit and vegetables and pointing to the trees and all the fields and everything that needs to be picked and harvested. And she's, I think she's telling you, don't forget to pick the fruits, harvest the vegetables, harvest the crops, and nourish the body. Don't just nourish the soul and the mind, but also don't forget to nourish your body and pick all those things and take care of that third part, body, mind, soul, and harvest all those things and use them for your body. And I leave that with you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Roberta. Sabine, thank you, Sabine. I'm thinking of Roberta now. Roberta, would you give one, please? Thank you.
Yes. Reverend Tanya, may I speak with you, please, or come to you, please?
Yes, thank you.
Hi. As I'm sitting here, I'm feeling the energy of a mother or grandfather or grandmother, excuse me, grandmother energy coming forward, and she's showing me this beautiful, this really beautiful quilt that she's holding up, and she's pointing out these specific like highlighting each square, and she's talking about how each one is something that you've learned. It's like a quilt of your life, that each one is something you've learned. And some of these things she feels proud that she may have taught you. So there's some really beautiful like designs in each one, but then she points out empty squares. And she's making a point of telling you that she's anxious to see how you fill them in. She's watching. And also she wants to talk about how we never stop learning, and that growth is continuous, and that the quilt doesn't have to be a twin or a full or a queen or a king. It can keep growing and growing and growing. And she's making it larger and larger and larger. And then she wraps it all around you. So it does feel like a lot of love and warmth coming from her. And yeah, making a point of just telling you she's with you on this journey and excited to see how you continue this quilt. And so blessings from her, and I leave that with you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Roberta. Our next medium will be Leslie. Leslie, would you give two, please?
Sure thing. Let's see. Kimberly Van Diesel, may I come to you?
Yes, please.
Hey, Kimberly, as I come to you today, I feel a lot of almost resetting, like factory reset on your life kind of action going on. And it's either going to happen or you're in the midst of it. And Spirit is very encouraging to you to embrace it, to just go with it, to trust yourself, have faith in yourself to do these things, because it's 100% coming from you. And because it's coming from you and you're making your own decisions, you really can trust it. It's not fake. So, so step forward with confidence that it's you and not anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to leave that with you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Andrea, have you gotten a message yet? No, Andrea, may I come to you today? Okay.
Andrea,
as yeah, there she is. As I come to you today, I see like a journey coming. It may be like a road trip or something that you're starting to plan, or something that is, and you're not all exactly looking forward to it. It's one of those things that you're like, I don't want to really do it. I don't really want to deal with it. It's going to be for the best. It's your highest and best is to do this. And the complaining you're doing to your heart in it initially isn't warranted, because it's going to be great, is what Spirit wants you to know. They want you to know that it's going to be, it's going to end up being exactly what you need and what you want, but you just don't know it yet. I'll leave that with you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You did too. My apologies. Thank you.
I did too. Yeah.
Thank you, Leslie. All right. Our next medium will be Reverend Marsha. Could you do 2, please?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Annie, did you receive a message yet?
Not yet.
May I come to you, please?
Yes, please.
Annie, as I connect with your energy, what I'm feeling, I'm getting a real strong, like a feeling in the area of compassion, and it feels like, okay, what this is feeling like to me is that I'm really wanting to hug myself. So it's like a real strong compassion feeling for you to have for yourself, and to value the wonder that is you. I'm oh wow, as I'm saying this, it's making me feel like I'm as I give that compassion to myself, it makes me just feel really, really good. So yeah, I'm feeling like you're giving all of that compassion to others more so than you're giving it to yourself. So really go for it and give yourself a big pat on the back every once in a while, and tell yourself how wonderful you are. And you're going to notice how good it feels. I'd like to leave that with you. God bless you.
Thank you. Listen.
Okay, let's see. I'm looking at my screen, and it's kind of hard to keep track of who's had messages and who hasn't. Sabine, have you had a message?
No.
May I come to you? Thank you. Sabine, as I connect with your energy, what I'm feeling, I'm getting a couple of different feelings. One is I'm feeling like it's like I want to run. I want to just like I want to move forward really, really quickly, and it's almost like anxious to for more and more and more and more. You know, I just want to absorb everything, and what I'm getting with that is that just taking a few deep breaths and kind of tempering that um, and just kind of letting the information, listening to it more than once and listening to it in different ways, and then so much more is going to come from that learning. So take your time, and even when you're reading, if you feel like you want to stop and read something twice, it's almost like you're going to be reading it completely new again the second time that you read it. So there is so much information for you, and you're going to be really gleaning a lot. Just take the breaths that you need to really soak it in. And I'd like to leave that with you. God bless you.
Thank you very much.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Reverend Marsha. Our next medium will be Kim Van Diesel. Can you give one message, please?
Leslie, can I come to you?
Hi.
Okay. Okay, I'm seeing chewing gum. And for me, it's like, you know, like when you chew gum for a while and after a while it loses its flavor and sometimes it becomes hard and not as tasteful anymore. So I feel like there's something in your life that is also like chewing gum. You need to get rid of that gum, and you need to, you've been chewing it for so long and you don't enjoy it anymore. And there's no more flavor left in that. So it's telling you to get a new piece. It's like you can, you'll fulfill yourself again with more joy again. And it's kind of like if, like when you blow bubbles with a new piece of gum, you know, everything's bigger and better, and it's a lot more fun to do that when it's a new piece other than an old piece. And I feel like, you know, if you're playing around with your gum too much, especially as children, we get it stuck in our hair. And so sometimes you might be feeling like it's just so stuck and you just don't know what to do. So I'm feeling like you just need to get like some scissors and just cut that out. Just cut that piece out and just, yeah, and just go with it. And, you know, don't let it be so hard. Don't try and work that piece out. Just get rid of it. And I feel like, you know, because no one rechews another piece of gum, right? I mean, so if you, I just keep seeing gum. And I feel like if you, when you throw it away, and you're going to see how much value and worth that you have, and that you don't always have to rely on that. But also grabbing a new one is also something new, an adventure. So telling you to go try another piece. And I leave that with you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kip. Our next medium will be Reverend Tanya. Reverend Tanya, will you give two, please?
Thank you, Reverend Angie, and thank you, Reverend Marsha, for your beautiful talk. Inspiring. Cindy, may I come to you?
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, thank you. Cindy, so I see a new acorn. So it's meaning it's not, it's still a little green, you can't, I mean, it doesn't look green, but it's you can tell it's inside. It's new, and it feels really tight, like it hasn't allowed itself to expand yet. And so I want you to know that this acorn is not you, but it is a seed that you're planting. And so this is a long-term acorn oak tree, which tend not to grow as fast as other kinds of things, like a Palo Verde, for example. And so this acorn is a beautiful idea, not just an idea. It's a reality. But you are planting it, and it is growing, and you're so as Marsha spoke about, planting it with positive thoughts and putting that happy energy into it as you're allowing it to grow, and as you're nurturing it and fertilizing it and watering it and walking over and putting your love on it and healing it with your hands and all these things as it grows. This is a wonderful thing. And then I also want to let you know that I am seeing frolicking in like in the like in the background of your mind, which it looks kind of like you're like a big field, like surrounding your house, which is you. And so, but they're frolicking are these young, really young, not babies, but out of the baby stage, like foals of unicorns. And they're really having a great time. And you are aware of this energy and these frolicking foals of unicorns, and you're kind of feeling like those are for other people, or they are other people. They belong to other people, but they don't. They are yours, and they're not. And there's more than one. There's several of them. And so what I would like you to say is that there's a very youthful, exuberant, and enthusiastic energy, a playful energy that's about you, that's with you, and that you may call upon and use to focus into this growing of this project idea of yours that's real, in meaning it's real in every aspect, not just in your heart and mind, but also in your world, your physical world. And so there's some commonality here between the youthful unicorns and the acorn, the new acorn, and that is a beautiful energy, a strong and youthful energy that you're bringing. Vitality is what I'm feeling, vibrant energy that you're bringing into this, in that these things are also what you allow yourself to share to the world and make the world a better place. And thank you for that. I'll leave that with you. Awesome. Okay, let's. Rachel, is Rachel had a message? Rachel, have you had a message?
Yes, you may come to me.
Oh, thank you, Rachel. Oh, Rachel, I'm seeing this. I'm seeing a veranda, and it's like an Italian, like you'd see in an Italian palace. I see this veranda many times in my meditations and in my daydreams, and it's a beautiful, like a I won't say a palace, or a castle, but a very beautiful estate that's on the Italian coast. It looks over the ocean, and it's a beautiful white stone, and you're leaning over this short wall that's short enough where you can lean over it and look out over to the ocean. The sun is setting. It's not quite setting, but it's setting. But it's to the point where you can see a star, and in the sky, and you're able to. The point of this is that you're grounded with the stone of this home, and that the home is beautiful and palatial, and that the stone is strong and heavy, and you're well grounded. And as you look upon your view of the world, you're experiencing not just the beautiful light of the sun of the day, and all of the things that are associated with that. So your physical, your earthly, your masculine, and also you're the energy of the night, the female, the starshine, the night energy. And so that you're grounded in this beauty and this opulence and this goodness, and centered, and you also have the energy of the balance of the energy of both the day and the night. And this correlates to projects that you are working on, but it also correlates to some confidence building that you are doing within yourself. And I'll leave that with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Tanya. Our next medium is Reverend David.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Christy, may I come to you?
Yes, please.
Christy, as I come into your presence today, I see the symbol of balance here. And I know you've made some movement in awareness. And so order is going to be helping you to adjust to that movement and awareness. And you're going to be feeling much more confident and secure. And there's some experiences coming up here today where the knowledge that's been igniting in you in the last week, you're going to be able to utilize. And when you start talking about it, you're going to say, what in the world am I saying? When you get that, say it anyways, because it's going to work out real good for you. And I'll leave that with you, and God bless you.
Thank you.
I'll take it.
I was going to give it to you.
Thank you.
Reverend Angie, may I come to you?
Yes, please. Thank you.
You know, as I come into your presence today, I see the symbol of decisions. And this upcoming week, there's going to be at least 3 decisions that you're going to be making, and they seem a little insignificant, and they are insignificant, so make them, and don't make a big deal out of them. Just go on there, and it'll work out real good for you. And there's some things that are straightening out that you're going to be very pleased with. And I'll leave that with you, and God bless you.
Thank you.
Who has another message?
Marsha, Michael, and there's
Michael's had one.
Michael did one. Marsha.
Marsha had one.
Sandy.
I got in late. Sorry, I got the time wrong.
Who's that?
Sandy Gallo.
Oh, I know you.
I know you. I'm from Salem now, and I got the time wrong.
That's okay. May I come to you?
Yes, please.
You know, as I come into your presence, Sandy, there's some different ideas going to be coming to you about the concepts that you've been sort of struggling with, and you're going to get an idea to go and see someone this upcoming week, and you don't know where that person is, but you're going to look that person up somehow and get to them, and it's going to help you to put some concepts together that you've been concentrating on for quite a while, and you're going to be able to move along much more, because there's some changes that are getting ready for you to do in the next 2 to 3 weeks. And it's important that you make those changes, because it'll be very beneficial for you. And I leave that with you, and God bless you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Reverend David. I'll be the next medium. Jennifer, may I come to you?
Yes, please. You're welcome.
So Jennifer, I'm getting divine energy going through you, through your voice. Everything that is happening in this space, in this time for you, is all in divine timing. Everything that you are experiencing the people that are around you, it's all coming into play. And you're feeling this energy uplifting you and supporting you. So even though you keep your schedule full, you'll feel a very ease at anything that you're doing in the week. And I'll leave that with you. Blessings to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Reverend David, may I come to you?
Please do.
So I'm seeing the cement being poured, but it isn't dry yet. And you know this experience, you know it very well. And so it'll be an easy process for you, these next steps. Just turn around and do something else for the time being. It's, you know, you've got some things on your plate, some things to check off, but you know the balance of the energy and you know time really well. And so just walk away and do something different until it dries. I leave that with you.
Thank you.
Blessings to you. I want to make sure everyone's gotten a message. Just give me a nod on Zoom. Yeah, okay. I'm going through the row.
I'd like to say something else.
Yes.
Reverend Marsha, I want to thank you for the invocation that we said today. When she was in her seminary, she put this together, and that was 15 years ago. Thank you very much for that invocation.
You're very welcome. And congratulations to everybody that's in the seminary. It's an amazing, amazing program. And yeah, I just can't say enough about it. You're going to have a wonderful year. So, and many more to come after that. Thank you.
Thank you. So now the time will sing Let There Be Love on the back of the program.
And let it begin with me. Let there be love on earth, the love that was meant to be. With God as our knowing, united are we. Let us walk with each other. Perfect harmony. Let love begin with me. Let this be a moment now, where every step I take, let this be my solemn vow, to take each moment and live each moment in love eternally. Let there be love on earth, and let it begin with me.
Mother, Father, God, we give gratitude and thanks for this beautiful day. We ask for your infinite light of protection to be with us and through us as we go on our path. So when we meet those on our passage, we share the love that is so abundant. We give thanks for this day. Amen. Amen. Thank you, everyone.
Sandy, did she just leave?
I think so.
Which Salem is she from?
Oregon.
Oregon. Oh, okay.
Oh,
good. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Have a great week.
You too.